Hi friends, Fiorella here. I am going to try to apply Color Street on video for you. I know a lot of you have been wanting to see the application video and I'm gonna give it a shot. Hopefully I don't make this video super long, but you know, there are a few tips and tricks that I want to share with you as we do this. So what I have here is Color Street. It's a brand new package of Tokyo Lights. The names are usually on the back. I've already opened this just to, you know, see what was all in here or show you what was all in here. So it comes with a sealed bag with your nail strips. Tokyo Lights is our #1 seller. It is a glitter. It's basically a multicolor glitter here, and it comes with 16 strips. There are 2, sheets in here, and then the rest of what's in the package. You get a nail prep pad. It's like an alcohol pad that we're going to use to clean our nails before we put the nail strips on, and it comes with a nail file. This is sealed. I'm actually going to save this one because I already have another one that I've used and that I'm going to use for this. So, again, this is what comes in, and you can do your mani just with these 3 things. I have a couple more things that I like to have on hand that I like to use. So, I'll just walk you through. I've already done this, and I can do a separate video if you guys want to see like a nail prep tips and that kind of stuff. I have these little, I kind of cut it to a smaller thing. I kind of have these little buffing blocks. So what I do is, I wash my hands, right? And then I kind of buff the tops of my nails just to make sure that, everything is smooth. I don't do it like, kind of like aggressive like an animal. I do it nicely. And then I also push my cuticles. Now, I went to beauty school years ago, so I know how to use this. This is a metal cuticle pusher. If you have never done this, I do not recommend you start with a metal one because you can cut yourself, and I don't want to be responsible for that. So this is what I use. If you haven't done it before, or, if you're not sure, I would do an orange wood stick, and, same kind of idea. You just kind of push your cuticles. Again, there's tons of videos online. I can do another video on that topic if you really want to know more about that. But basically, I buff my nails, I push my cuticles. After that, I usually wash my hands again. I have a little brush in the bathroom that I just use to kind of, make any water, any little, dead skin pieces go away. Hold on. And so yeah, and then other things that I have on hand that I may or may not need to use. Well, this we will use. I will show you how to use this. This is a rubber tip pusher, okay? I mean, technically, you could try to push your cuticles with this. I don't know. I've never used it for that. I use it to kind of smooth out the edges of the strips, and we'll see that in a minute. I also always have a pair of tweezers handy because you'll see it has adhesive on the back of the strips, and I don't like touching that with my fingers a lot. So sometimes I will use this if I kind of have to hold it to place it. And then also a glass nail file. So this is what I've filed my nails with, and I'll show you up close. My nails are pretty short, cuticles are pushed back. I don't know if my camera will focus, but this is what we're working with. And again, it's a nail file, and I have a bunch of these. So if you guys are ordering from me and you don't have them, I can send you, a pair of these so that, because those are things that you'll, want to use, or I don't know, maybe you won't, but I think they're helpful. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Oh, and the other thing, if you have tiny fingers, or just, in case you want to reshape anything, I always have these like curved, these are kind of like eyebrow scissors. I always have this on hand because sometimes I can't find the perfect size, so I kind of just make my perfect size, and we'll see if we run into that today. It just depends. Okay, so we're gonna open the package. I usually cut it on one side, and we're gonna take this out. And what this is real nail polish that's already, in strips for you. So instead of you using it from the bottle, it's already in strips. And yeah, it actually smells like nail polish because that's what it is. So it has the base coat, the color or glitter in this case, and then the top coat. And there's a clear protective layer. You can't see it because it's clear. But basically, you're going to look and you're going to like start sizing your fingers. I usually start with my pinky. And, again, I'm going to do my best to show you this. But it is a little tricky because I have to be able to see what I'm doing as well. Now, there are 2 different theories, okay? Some people say if your nail, like if you're in between sizes, go with a smaller size. I almost rather go with a bigger size and then cut the excess away. So it's going to depend on how you feel. It bothers me to see the, clear nail or empty nail. But again, it's up to you. And then the other thing that I want to tell you before we start. So there's going to be different shapes. So this end here, it's sized differently than this end here. Once you have them in your hands, like it'll be really easy to tell which side fits your cuticle shape better. Okay, so I kind of just start like sizing stuff before I start putting anything on. That way I know which one goes where. Okay, and you can bend these, just, don't be an animal, don't be a savage, but, you can kind of like line them out, and that's what I do. And then we're going to start putting them on here in just a moment. So, and these, you know, you can just kind of like separate, right? So I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera because that would just take too long, but I'm just going to do at least one hand or a few fingers and show you. Okay, and this one. See, and it all depends on like how, like your size of your fingers, right? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do that one, and then, sorry, I'm just sizing this, I'm trying to, and I forget my sizes, I should know them by now, but I kind of forget. So, okay, so I pretty much have them ready. So then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open this nail pad, and again, it's a nail prep pad, and what it is, it's basically an alcohol wipe, to make sure that you don't have any residue lotion on your fingernails or, you know, anything like that, okay? Anything, because if you have anything like oily, then this is not going to adhere as well. All right, we're gonna set that there for a minute. And let's see, what are we gonna start with? I'm gonna start, I think, with my middle finger because it's gonna be easier to show you. So here's the strip. I've already decided that one's gonna go on that finger. I'm going to peel off the clear, okay? See how I peel it off? And then I'm going to use this end right here to go against my cuticle. So it's literally like a sticker, okay? You're like pulling away a sticker. This is where I use my tweezers because the backside is sticky, so I don't want to touch it with my fingers. And I don't know if I can do that looking at you. Can you see it when I do it? Let's see. I may have to look a little, okay, to place it the right way. Let's see. Okay, so I've placed it, and you can kind of see, like, make sure you have it, you know, placed correctly. If you need to move it, you can remove it gently and then place it on again. And because the back of it is adhesive, now I'm just smoothing it onto my nail. And then to take the excess off, you can do a couple things. Some people pinch it and, you know, kind of pull it down and then file away. I want to use the rest of the strip, so this is where I'm going to use my little scissors. And I promise you, this is a lot easier than it seems once you actually do it. It's kind of hard to, you know, like, figure it out until you actually do it. Okay, so I've cut the excess because I don't want to waste it. And then I'm kind of just smoothing, and then I'm kind of folding, you know, under. And I'm sorry, it's my middle finger, and that might be inappropriate, but, you know, with the excess, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the file, okay? And I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to show you, but at the same time, I need to see what I'm doing, so that I don't do a bad job, okay? And I've just filed, and now the excess, like, pretty much comes off, okay? Now the excess is off, it's on, I can touch it because it's dry, and then, you know, what you can do, this is a clear glitter, okay? It's like a clear backing, so what you could do is you could double it up if you want to, or you can just leave it like that. Now keep in mind, this is like one coat of nail polish, right? So normally, would you wear just one? I think with some colors you can. I think with some other colors you're going to want to do two, so you can put the second layer on top. But I think on this one, I can actually use this for my other finger. And then, let me see if I can show you. This is perforated on this other side, so you can actually get rid of that piece. And now we're going to do my pointer finger. And I put it as close as possible to the cuticle. It can touch, like nothing is gonna happen. Oh, god damn it, that was not the sticky side. No wonder it wasn't sticking. See, I tell ya. So now it's on the sticky side, now I'm gonna go like this, okay? And that's all I'm doing, like smoothing it. Now the glitters are the easiest to use, so if you've never done this, I definitely recommend starting with the glitters. And then you can do the designs, and then you can do the solids. The solids are going to be a little more tricky because they're less forgiving. So if you have a, you know, a bubble, or if you just didn't place it like perfectly on the line or whatever, that's going to show, right? So again, I'm just, and you want to just, you know, gently file. You don't want to be an animal, you know, just gently file. And again, it'd be a lot easier if I had somebody holding the camera above me because I'm doing all these weird angles. But don't worry, guys. We'll get there, okay? For now, this is as good as I can do on my own. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get one of you to help me and be a hand model. So see, now we have two that are done. Okay, and then let me show you this real quick. What I use this for is to kind of go, I don't know if you can see it, like go around the edges and make sure that everything is like flat. So that way there are no edges lifting, because that's what happened to me at the beginning. You know, the first time I tried it, I was like, okay, this is cute, but the edges, you know, like on day 2 or whatever, they started lifting up and they were getting cut in my hair and that kind of thing. So this for me has been a game changer. So I always do this. That way they're like really, really stuck on there, okay? Let's see. Now, yeah, this one, for example, I'm going to use the fatter end. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and let me think. I won't cut the half. We're gonna use this one as the example of like folding the whole strip. So I'm gonna take out the clear, and then I'm gonna take out this extra, okay? Because I'm gonna put this part on my cuticle. So I'm taking out the extra little tab on the top, and then again, I don't want to touch it, so I'm going to separate it. It's just like a sticker, guys. Like, don't be afraid of it, okay? And if you touch it, nothing's gonna happen really, but I just prefer not to, because I want to just, you know, avoid making the sticky lose its power, okay? And then here I'm going to place it, okay? And see, again, just like a sticker, I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to push it down. And again, I'm just rubbing it against my nail. And this is what I was trying to show you. I think this is what's on the original video. Like, you kind of fold it. You know, you make it stick to itself. You fold it. But see, that's a lot of X's. Like, whenever the size, you know, allows, I like to use the half for my other nail. Because then I can do 2 layers and I have more than enough, you know, material for it. And then some people, like, kind of go down like this. And that's how they cut the X's. Let's see if that works. See? So, you know, either way, if you don't want to use the file, I still use the file to make sure that there aren't any little, like, pieces, especially on the sparkly ones. I'm just filing the edge, and I will show you in just a minute. And I think I'm going to double this up, so I'm probably going to come back and show you at the end when I'm done with all of them. But see, again, this is taking me a long time only because I'm talking through it, but once you start doing it, like, you literally can do this in just a few minutes. So let me go through. Oh, and one more tip. I usually leave the thumbs for the end. So I normally do like one hand and the other hand, then the thumbs, because, you know, just in case I'm using my thumbs to kind of like push things or whatever. So let me finish up and I'll come back and show you the final result. Thank you. Hey guys, we're almost done. So this hand is completely done, and I've done 2 coats, so 2 layers. And then this hand, I mean, I don't know if you can tell the difference. It might be, let's see, maybe if I turn this off. So this one's 1, this one's 2, this one's 1. I'm gonna take this strip and, you know, share it for these 2 to give them a second coat so that they're better protected. But I wanted to show you because on purpose, this one is actually a little bigger than it needs to be because I don't have any small ones left. So I'm gonna show you. You could either you know, before you put it on your nail, while it still has the white backing, you could take these scissors and kind of like make them skinnier. That's what I've done sometimes. But now that I'm more comfortable with this, what I do is, so I take off this, and I'm gonna, oh, and one more trick I want to show you. So if you know you're gonna reuse the half, you can peel this, okay, and use the white paper. So see, I'm not touching it, but now I have it to where it's accessible. So what I'm going to do, and it's going to be hard to show you, my apologies, I need to get a better camera set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I know it's bigger than the nail, okay? So I'm going to take one edge, and I'm going to make sure it lines up on one side. You'll have to forgive me because I have to show you this after I do it. So it lines up on one side, and then I'm going to push it towards the other side, and you see how it's sitting on my skin, right? So, okay, hold on, let's get rid of the other half. I'm going to cut this other rest of it away, so I can save it for the other nail, and it's out of the way. Okay, it's a little tricky when I'm trying to do the angle. So you see how this is sitting on the skin? That's where my pusher comes in. So I'm gonna, hopefully you can see this. I'm pushing down. First, make sure it's really good on the side that it fits. And then the side where it was over the skin, I'm just gonna push where it should end, okay? And this pusher is going to help me. You'll see in a minute. I'm just pushing, pushing, pushing. But I'm not doing it like hard either, okay? And now, let's bend the edge. I already did my thumbs and everything. And then you can either do it with your nail, or if you don't want to do it with your nail, with the pusher, I'm kind of like pushing it under the nail. And these nail strips, they're flexible. You know, when you put them on, they're still a little flexible. So it's almost like they're cured, but not 100% yet. Like, you can touch them. You're not going to get the color on your skin. I'm just pushing it under the nail. just to make sure that everything is covered. And then we're going to take this. The side is still on the skin, okay? You'll see in a minute. I'm just going to run the file. Then I take my tweezers and I just kind of pull away the pieces that were stuck under the nail. Okay, now that I've run the file. So again, you'll figure out your way that you like doing it in. But basically this piece that is on my skin right now that's super hard to focus, I've cut it with the pusher. And now I can just pull the excess away. See? I don't know if you can see that. Okay? So now I've made it into the size that I needed because the strip was too wide. And you may not have this issue because your fingers might be normal adult size. My fingers are so small, so my nails by default are small as well. So I did that. Hopefully that explanation made sense, and I'm just getting rid of any extra little pieces. Make sure I push. You don't have to do the pushing, but I think it makes a huge difference on, you know, how good it adheres and, you know, how it stays on. And where's my other piece? Did I lose my other piece? Oh. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to get rid of this little top thingy. And they're perforated, so you just, you know, cut it. And this was the other one. So again, it's going to be on my skin. So as long, I try to make my life easier by making it line up on one side so I don't have to cut across it. But I've done it before where all I had left was this gigantic one. And, you know, I just put it and I just cut around it. So again, you can use your, these to cut before you do it. Or you can just do it with the pusher. I love doing it with the pusher. Especially with the glitters, they're so easy to work with. And see, I'm just pulling that excess, kind of tucking it under. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, I'm going to have my links and my contact info and whatnot in the, you know, little box down below. And if you guys want me to do another video with maybe like a design or the metallics, or the solids, let me know. But I would say, you know, level of difficulty, if you have never, I mean, they're not hard, okay? But the easiest is going to be the glitter. And you don't have to double it up. I just do because I work, you know, on my keyboard. I do office work, so I know my nails take a beating. And I know if I was wearing regular nail polish, I could never get away with just one coat, full coats. So that's kind of my reasoning behind doubling them up. The other thing that some people do, and I've done it in the past, but I find that I don't really need it, is to add a top coat. So just like a fast drying top coat. Again, I did it a couple times, and I didn't really feel like I needed it. So that's why I don't really do that on a regular basis. But you can. It just depends on how hard you think you're going to be on your hands, like how much stuff you do, you know. And again, just think about, like, if you were wearing regular polish, like, how would you do it? Would you do one coat? Would you do two coats? You know, would you wear it? So the last part of my video just got cut off. I don't know why. Because life. So I'll try to remember what I said. I don't know what I said. I think I was just telling you, you know, that I recommend doing these before bed. They're almost 100% dry, but you also, you know, you just want to do it. You don't want to do it right before you're going to take a shower, you know, because you want to give the product a chance to finish drying, and also for everything to fully adhere to your nails. So do it before bed, and then, yeah, by the time you wake up, you know, everything will be like 100% done. But they are dry to the touch. You cannot mess them up. Like when you're touching them, nothing's going to happen. And then I was saying, if you guys want me to do more videos, let me know. I'll try to figure out my technology so I can do them faster. But yeah, if you guys want to see the designs, if you want to see the solids. But again, this is Tokyo Lights. It's a lot prettier in person than it shows on here. Like my phone, you know, I'm doing this on a phone. I don't have like a video camera. Maybe I'll invest in that. But this is just a multi-color glitter. I don't know if that's any better. Oh my phone is going crazy. I mean, it's just a beautiful glittery glitter. I don't know how else to explain it. So yep, I'll leave my contact info in the box, and if you guys have any questions, you know, anything you want to see, let me know, and I will also keep an eye on these. And if I can keep them on for that long, because they do last 7 to 10 days, but I usually take them off sooner just because I want to try a different design. But if I can manage to keep them on for as long as they'll stay on, I will do that, so, you know, I can report back and let you know how long it was.